Recording. All right, so let's get this started. Thanks for everybody getting on. No, it's a different time, um, and one of the reasons I wanted everybody to get on, I wanted, as I said before, to definitely talk a little bit about Summit, and we have a few of the participants that went along with me to Summit to kind of give their little recap as well. But I was at Summit and thinking about how our team can continue to grow and prosper and help each one of us reach our goals, because ultimately that's the reason that we signed up, to help people, to help our families, and to help ourselves. So some of the things that I will be proposing to implement is, as I was thinking, it's really doing some soul searching and figuring out how I can continue to help the team grow as a leader. I know a lot of the things that we listen to is about leadership. Simon Sinek has a great talks about leadership. And so my feeling is I don't want to hold the team back for any of my, I wouldn't say ego or feeling like that I need to do something, or if some things that I'm not doing well, but I know that we have resources that we can connect each one of our teammates, our downlines as well too. So with that in mind, I've always wanted to, I never felt like I had a great systems down or perfect systems. And the light bulb finally came off when we were listening to one of our diamond calls with our upline, Lindsay, and one of her mentors that she has. And she just flat out said, well, there's no reason for 13, 14 of you diamonds to try to reinvent the wheel when we have a 3-time elite 9-star, which she has, I believe, 5 or 6 other stars on top of that, right there, willing and able to help us, has systems in place, everything that we need to grow. I mean, that's how I obviously grew my diamond under her tutelage. So why not give that gift to the rest of our team? So with that in mind, I want to definitely make sure that we are connecting our coaches, our downline, to Total Control. Obviously, I want to continue to keep us together, keep us growing, but also connect to Smash Nation. There are outstanding trainings that there will be in Smash Nation. And I think as well, it's going to streamline things for us. The majority of our team are full-time employees. We all have full-time jobs. And to ask of us to rebuild and remake trainings, and when they're already there for us, to just plug our downline in and plug our other coaches and challengers in, to me, it's a no-brainer. And like I said, we're learning from a elite 3-time elite star diamond coach. So with that in mind, going towards for August, I definitely want to start utilizing the sneak peek that's in Smash, the coach basics, and the emerald push groups and diamond push groups as well. I still think that I love our challenge groups that we have. I love our Fall into Fitness group. I love our water challenge. The clean eating we can kind of talk about if we want to use the Smash, or if we want to kind of make one of our own like we've been doing. Either way, I think it's nice, even if you want to use both of them, if we want to have a Total Control and a Smash clean eating. But I definitely, like I said, I want to minimize a lot of the groups That can get overwhelming. And along with the groups minimizing, I want to minimize our calls. Definitely, I want to connect with our Team Smash call. The more we have in there, the more camaraderie we're going to build with Team Smash. And I know a lot of the other coaches that were at Summit will attest to that as well. You learn from a lot of different people. And for one, without having a call every night, I know that can get overwhelming. So I was thinking if we do like a total control call, like once a month, beginning of the month, kind of put forth our business goals for the month, any questions, concerns, and by all means, I don't want our total control page to stop. But like I said, for the calls, I don't want you to be on a call Tuesday and a call Wednesday, and there's calls on Thursdays from our up line. Then we have webinars that we want to get people to, because there's great information, but that time you can be looking for prospects, talking to your challengers, helping them through their workouts and reaching their goals, and finding new people. So that's where the core of our business comes from. So that's where we need to be, not kind of in the management mode and trying to figure out different things of that nature. And with that, if that's going to open some time as well for three-way calls, those are going to be huge. Like I've always said, I'm available for three-way calls, three-way messages. And I think that's going to give us more time that Wednesday. I'm still going to kind of have it blocked out for one-on-one calls, three-way calls, what have you, to help the team. And as I said, I think that's going to help us grow and build our businesses. Not saying I don't love seeing you guys on Wednesdays, because I will hope and pray that you will take advantage of the Team Smash calls and getting that information, that vital information as well. Yes. So that's kind of the big announcements I wanted to kind of put out. I definitely like to hear some of your guys' feedback. And then from there, if we have questions, concerns, and after that, I'd like to hear from our Summit goers, what they felt, how Summit went. So I'm going to, if you want to unmute yourself, if you have any questions, thoughts, concerns.
Hey, John.
Yep.
When you were talking about taking our total control calls to at the beginning of each month, I'm just wondering if it wouldn't be more beneficial to do them kind of as a push call at the end of the month, and also to set up the month to come.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Kind of help.
You definitely don't have to do. I'm just thinking out loud. Like, it always seems like we all have lots of questions at the end of the month. Like, you know, what's about to happen. Like today, for example, like the dates and that sort of thing. So I don't know. Just thought I'd throw it out there.
That makes perfect sense. And I still will have the calendar as well. But obviously, if we're going to be using a lot of the Smash groups and things, I'm going to wait for that calendar to come out before we create ours. But yeah, that's the reason I'm having this call, because like I said, this isn't my team, this is our team, and that's a great idea. So we're prepared. We're not behind the 8 ball waiting on the first of the month. We're prepared for the month coming. So,
and that way, if any of us have questions, like with people we're trying to get sealed up before the end of the month, I think it would be a good time to ask then. everybody, you know, hey, I've got this one, this is what's going on, what do you think?
I think that is a great idea. And it would definitely coincide with, we can do another one next week to kind of be the start off, and then go into August. We can do kind of a team cup push for the next week's call, and then start from there at the end of the month. I like that idea.
All right, here's my thoughts. I totally get like teaming up with Smash, and I think there's a lot of good benefits to doing that. My concern is when we get new coaches, and I'm just saying this from speaking from personal experience, I think that the Smash page is extremely overwhelming for certain personality types, and it can be like, instead of encouraging, it can really like bring you down, like feel like you don't have time to do this, be very overwhelming, like you can feel like you get lost. At least that's how I felt. And so I think like if we, in teaming up with that, it would just be beneficial if we could make sure that we're relaying everything from Team Smash to the Total Control page, because I think that everything posts on Team Smash so quickly that you miss things if you're not on there all the time, and something important might come up. And if we can just make sure that we weed out like the stuff that's just like the comments and whatever, and if there's something important, an announcement that we need to convey and we need to know, we can make sure that that also gets reposted on the Total Control page. Does that make sense?
That makes total sense. And to that, I will say that's kind of my idea. It's always kind of been my idea, but I myself haven't been able to pull everything over. So that's where I'm going to ask for my leaders on the team as well to help transfer that information. And as far as I've always said, when you first sign your coach, let them know that Smash moves very fast. And it's not going to be that we're just throwing them in Smash. When we're utilizing those groups, those are going to be separate groups. So like the sneak peek is a separate group.
Right.
The Coach Basics is going to be a separate group out of Team Smash. So that's where we're going to be utilized, instead of having a Total Control Basics group, Total Control sneak peek, we're just going to be using the Smash since they're already made up, they're already made. But yes, definitely let the coaches know. Like I always tell them, Total Control, this is our little offshoot team, Team Smash. This is our bigger team, bigger family. But yeah, most definitely, I can definitely understand. As I've said before, I've was in Lindsay's upline team, and I don't put people in there because there's over 1,000 some coaches, and it can definitely get crazy. And we're pushing that mark. Well, we're over 1,000 in Smash too, but so.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that makes sense because there's a lot more traffic, like in the basics group and things like that, like, and even the clean eating challenge, like a lot more interaction because the group is a little bigger. So I think that makes total sense to like incorporate or to, put our people in with that. Like I said, I just get concerned with my new coaches primarily. That's it. I got it.
Other questions? All right. Well, April, since you're unmuted, I'm going to pick you first. What'd you think of your first summit?
Well, first of all, I was not prepared to speak in regards to it. So I'll wing it. And I'm not ignoring anybody. I'm just snapping beans here. So if you wonder why I'm not listening to you. But I don't know, maybe John, I think I told you yesterday, that like, there wasn't like one specific moment that I was like mind blown, oh my gosh, like, aha, I get it, like, life-changing experience. It was the combination of the whole event, like the speakers and the workouts and the camaraderie and the community, and just I personally like could just really feel like the passion from everyone there, like the passion for the company, but especially from the leadership, from Carl and Jeff and everybody. I mean, you can feel like, and that's why I said that about Carl's call from Monday, which I just got around to listening to, because you can feel like when you listen to Carl talk, like how passionate he is about this company and about helping other people, and about just just doing the right thing. And in a world that's so concerned with the bottom line, it's just so refreshing to be a part of something so good, because I don't think you see that often enough. And the trainings were amazing. The organization was phenomenal to bring 20,000 people together, and it was, I mean, everything just went off so well, and I was thoroughly impressed. And the fireworks display was all out. It was way better than going to the Red Room or whatever. I was like, I like that way better because the seating was awesome. But I mean, it was just, and it's little things like that. Like I told Chris when we were there and we were walking through Music City Hall, and all the elites and everything had their pictures and their guitars and everything down the hallway. And, Carl or whoever does that, they don't have to do stuff like that. They don't have to take all those little details and recognizing, our coaches and the people who've worked really hard for the business. They do that because they truly care about people. And how many of you can say that about your company that you work for? Because I know that I sure can. And it's just so nice that they just, the way that they care about everybody and they put it first. And it's obvious in all of those little details and touches that I've seen all week long. That's about all I got. Ben, you got anything?
Well, definitely, I want to hear from that man behind you.
Yeah, so I just
on Front Street, but we all know with Chris, he hasn't been the forefront of the Miele business and Beachbody. So I'd like to hear what he thought of coming as the spouse to Summit.
Yeah, well, so like you said, I mean, I've just kind of let April run for the last year, and I'm like, well, whatever happens, we'll just go with it, and wherever we go from here, maybe she'll get some people, and we can build a business out of it, and maybe then eventually we'll start working mine. And like I went, and I think on, like she's saying, I mean, opening was good, but for me, like it's funny. So she pretty much takes the words out of my mouth as far as like no one moment specific that pops out to me, but like one of the things that I thought was awesome was, so when I went to yoga, it was like, okay, I'm not a yoga person. As Tony, talked about while we did the class, he says, well, and he said it again at closing ceremony where he talked about, he talks to the guys and they're like, oh, yeah, well, I skip yoga every Wednesday or whatever, whatever day it was. And like with me, like I totally would skip yoga because like whatever. But so I did it, and I was like, I started doing it, and I'm like, man, I'm actually not too bad at this. So I like compared to a lot of people around me, I could do it just as well as everybody else. So it just helped me to kind of be inspired and kind of look at it as like, I don't have to be perfect. And like when I start helping, so I came back and I'm like, I'm going to start doing the things that we learned because, I don't have to be perfect, but I can still teach people, and they're not going to be perfect, but it's a growth type of mindset. And just, I think that like April said, a lot of the camaraderie that you've seen, I mean, some of the other guys in the Smash group, talking to Dennis and Robert and those guys, like, really inspired me to, get on board and actually, put myself out there.
That is awesome. That's what we call, from my mentor, old Tommy Migrant, the hallway talk. He said on many calls, like, those are the things that you can't pay for and you can't expect, because that's just things that just happen. I know with Brent and Steve going to Utah, I'm sure when they saw the people that were at Utah, it felt just like a family reunion. You're meeting your friends again. So without me saying that, I'm going to let them talk and have their 2 cents.
Oh, Lord. I don't even know where to begin. I told Steve to start. I'm like April. I wasn't prepared. However, everything they said is exactly how I feel. There isn't anything they said that I was thinking, no, I didn't feel like that. Everything that Chris and April said hit the nail on the head. It did feel like a big family reunion. It was also nice to see new faces. It was nice to look back and reflect on the Utah trip and think to myself, I told everybody there I'd be diamond by the next time I saw them, and I was. So I made sure to tell them I'd be 2-star by the next time I saw them, and I will be. But the momentum and the excitement that you gain from attending Summit is even higher than our team retreat. I don't know about Chris and April, but I'm sure Steve would agree that you almost feel unstoppable. And I refuse to let that go now, because it's nice to have that feeling. Like, even walking around Walmart tonight, I'm singing to myself, and I'm sure people were looking, but I didn't care. I didn't care at all, because I don't care about anything right now but helping people get through this world and make it the best that it can be. It actually brought me to tears at opening when all those guys came through the floor and were playing those different instruments with, and joined the guy with the cello. It brought me to tears when Michael Neiman came in on a zip line with sparklers shooting out of his rear end. Like, those are just not things you always get to see. And they really think about these things I'm sure they've already started planning next year's event. Like, to know that we have people that care enough to make us happy and care enough to put that much into it. And then to sit back and think, wow, look how much money our business is making that we're able to do this. April's right. Those fireworks are like nothing I've ever seen. I keep watching my videos over and over and over. Like, this is they did this. I actually have a friend whose mother was in Vanderbilt Hospital, which I didn't know was right off of Broadway. And she said, we heard the fireworks and we're wondering. She's like, we looked out the window. We're like, oh my gosh, what's going on over there at LP Field? So I had to tell her, and she's actually going through a bit of a depression right now. So she's thinking about signing up with a size challenge pack, but more than anything, she just wants to be a part of it. She said, everybody I saw was smiling. Everybody was happy. She's like, you guys were always like on your way somewhere. Nobody was ever upset about it. And I told her, yeah, we were running late half the time and nobody really cared. We just kind of went with the flow and did what we could do while we were there. So yeah, he's pointing to me like I'm the one that caused anybody to be late. You all know our week was just jam packed. It was phenomenal. I can't even describe it as well as I would like to. I guess maybe preparation would have helped.
If I can jump in before you go, Steve, so I don't forget.
No, absolutely not.
You're used to being interrupted, right?
April always butts in.
Always butt in. But I was going to say, like, you had said about how she just wants to be a part of it. And that reminded me of what Carl said about swagger. Like, you just need to have swagger, because when people see that and they see how cool that is, and they see 20,000 people working out on Broadway in Nashville on TV, they're like, man, I want to be a part of that. And that's what we're about. And then when you add in, like, yeah, everybody's happy, everybody's upbeat, everybody's, you know, friendly and whatever, and then you add in that we're getting healthy and working out and getting fit, and like it's like the whole package. I mean, you really couldn't ask for anything better. And I want, my thing that I walked away with is like, I want to share, not even so much like the shakes and the challenge pack or whatever. I want to share how this company like feels, like the family, like, I don't know, just the environment, the atmosphere. Like, that's what I want other people to feel and be a part of. It's not even, I mean, yes, I want them to get the challenge pack and I want them to, you know, get healthy and reach their goals or whatever, but like so many people need to feel what this feels like. Okay, Steve, I'm done. Your turn.
Oh, call's over. Good night, guys. You know, I'm not even going to touch on the trainings because, I mean, you've heard from all three of them that the trainings and the speakers, all that is just, it's life-changing all combined in the ceremonies. But other than that stuff, the nice part for me was, like John said, it was like a family reunion with Dennis and Charity and Driscoll and all the people from Utah. But the thing about Beachbody is they know you need that time with your coaches and with your other coaches to build that bond, and they want it to be like a huge family. I mean, this isn't the type of company where the one thing that blew me away is not just the top coach, not just the top 10 coaches, but you're seeing 1 stars and 2 stars and 5 and 10 and 12 stars walk up on the stage, and Carl and Neiman and Jeff Hill are high-fiving them and calling them by name because they know them and they've built that relationship with them. We have leaders that care. But, I mean, that hit home with me, that especially I told John when we walked out of the first general session, I'll brag a little bit just to get at John, but we ran into Simon Sinek outside and got our pictures with him. Well, Doug Hill was standing there, Doug Moss was standing there, and we just said, hey, Doug, how are you? And he turned and looked at us, and he was like, hey, you guys were in Utah last year with Lindsay. I mean, he remembered. He didn't remember our names, but he remembered the face. And, you know, we had 30 people out there, 9 months ago, but they remember. They care enough to remember. So, I mean, that was one of the things that hit home for me was, you know, it's not just a slogan that everyone matters. It's not just a slogan that they care, that they want you to decide, commit, and succeed, because that's what they want you to do. But the whole bonding thing, I mean, you know, hanging out, they give you time, not just with the training, but they give you that time with your people, with your other coaches to hang out. I mean, you know, we got to meet Tommy Migrant, who, you know, John talks about all the time. He's from right here in Ohio, but lives in Florida now. We got to meet Tommy. We met a couple people that ended up going out with us one night, and the one girl's a coach in North Dakota. The other's a coach in, was it Idaho? Not on our team, not on a side leg, anything, but, you know, it's people we met. And honestly, in going out, it sounds funny, but, you know, we were the people that went out every night and had fun. But from that, Bryn's working a lady right now that we ran into her at Casey's show. It started with she wanted Casey to play a song. She was too scared to go put the money in the tip jar and ask him to play it, so she asked me to do it. Next thing you know, she starts asking about Beachbody. Bryn shows up. Bryn starts talking to her. We're now all friends on Facebook, and she's talking to Bryn about doing Beachbody now. And that was somebody that wasn't even there for that, but they just, like April said, they saw that everybody that had those name tags on and was hanging out was smiling, was having a good time. We're always in groups of people. You were never by yourself. I was Wednesday, but that's because everybody else that was with me was getting certified. But other than that, you were never by yourself. You always had at least 2 or 3 other coaches that you either met there or you knew from previous events. That's why it's so important to go to events, because you get to meet these people that you're going to form a lifetime bond with. And at the next event, you're going to hang out with them and you're going to meet new people. I mean, it is. It is.
I was wondering what you guys were laughing at.
It's an incurable one.
Hey, piggybacking off of what Steve said, I got blessed with being able to go to the Success Club party with a coach that has been on my diamond calls with corporate. And at that Success Club party, Jeff Matthewson, who
she froze.
that I was with.
They're froze. Quit talking. There. Now they're unfrozen.
For about an hour. Out of a 2-hour party, he stood with us for 1 hour. He told me that he will be more than happy to speak on a total control call. He told me he'd be more than happy to speak on a smash call. But he's got lots of great information. He's a younger guy. I'll post my picture with him here in a little bit. But anyway, they care. They care. He didn't walk by us and throw up a hand and say, hey, Bryn, hey, Jamie. He walked by, stopped, and talked. He didn't just stop for 15 minutes. He stopped for 45 minutes to an hour before Jamie and I were like, we want to go to the stage and dance to Low Cash. Like, bye, Jeff.
Well, as you can see, like, that's what I've had balled up inside for the past 2 years. Summit is amazing.
You have that checked out.
Hey, I got to keep it. I was trying to spread it out, but but I did want to touch on one part and ask you guys what you thought of actually seeing the Beachbody Challenge live. How was that?
Amazing to see that those people are just like us. I cried. I'm not even going to lie. I cried. And if I watched
cried the whole time. Ask Monica. Every time she looked at me, she's like, April's crying again.
I cried. If I watch it today, I'll cry again. Go to those people's pages. They are just like, I keep thinking of Brooke in my head, and I'm thinking, Brooke's got amazing results now. Brooke's going to keep getting better. She's going to keep getting better. Brooke could be on that stage. And then I think to myself, wait a minute, Bryn, you can be on that stage. You can be up, like any of us can be up there. That old woman, she's an old lady, and she did what she had to do, and she's $100,000 richer. It's crazy.
126,000.
Okay, 126. I don't care what she made. She made a lot of money just by doing what we do every single day.
That's one of the important things with your challengers, to enter the challenge and send in their results. And if nothing else, you get a free t-shirt. Or for size, you're going to get socks.
Yeah, lame.
Carl talked about that on the call too. Did everybody listen to the call?
I haven't listened to it yet.
No, I should have, because I'm a little upset about that.
About the socks?
I'm a little upset about the socks.
I know you are, Steve.
I love my
I already
size.
bought a pair.
You can give your socks to me. But anyways, he said that. He was like, I saw people at Summit and they were like, hey, thank you so much, blah, blah. And he's like, yeah, and you entered the Beachbody Challenge. And they're like, oh, I should really do that. And Carl's like, I just wanted to hit myself in the forehead. I was like, what is wrong with you? Get your free t-shirt. Like, Carl wants people to do that. Like, and he wants to be able to share real results from real people. These people aren't paid to promote the product. They are sharing their real actual results. Like you see on your TV, like, this is a paid whatever. Like, these people aren't paid. This is, unless they win, but they're not paid to work out and get results and share them with other people.
Just exactly why I took that Cosmopolitan article to heart. Have you read it yet, April?
I couldn't find it. I looked for it on Lindsay. You have to post the link. You froze again.
You guys are frozen to us. Okay, there you are. Anyway, I'll post it in Total Control. But yeah, to call us a cult, I like, but then I read down through the article and it's like, everything they're saying is true. And I'm proud of it. So
Yeah.
whatever.
Alrighty. Well, definitely, like I said, we'll do another call next week. I think Thursday will be good. So Wednesday, I'm not rushing back, and we can have a good call. So Thursday, we'll kick off our new monthly Total Control calls. Get ready for Team Cup. There's no reason that everybody who is wanting to work this business, even some discount coaches, I mean, if you talk to them, go back, and hopefully you guys are talking with your discount coaches, seeing how they're doing with Shakeology. And it might be a time that they're ready to maybe start working it. There's countless coaches, top coaches, elite coaches they started out as discount coach. I just want to make a little, not even make a little money, but I want to save some money on the Shakeology because I can't live without it. As you can see, one of my previous coaches signed back up because her daughter was like, I wanted that Shakeology back. So, do you have something to say, Steve? Oh, I thought you were
I
ready.
was just saying, I signed up as that discount coach.
And I know you guys are seeing a lot of the size videos and things, but Steve was one that said he would never do size. There are countless friends of mine males that have said, nope, not doing size, not going to do it. Up to the certification when I came out, and they were like, you're getting certified in size? It's like, yeah, I love dance, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, yeah, you ain't catching me do that ever. And I just saw one of those guys that said that, busting out size and loving it, and he didn't do that bad. So that's
why Dustin skipped the workout last night.
Yeah, we did miss you, Dust.
Justin, are you coming to Super Saturday?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
No. Yeah, I was gonna ask everybody: is everybody bringing kids Saturday?
Yeah, bring your kids.
Okay, I think we're gonna try, but we still have a couple things we gotta work out. But we're planning.
They have a padded room in the back to lock the kids up in.
Put them all in there.
Yeah, we'll throw them down there with the dogs. They're good.
There may or may not be a cellar.
But I wanted to tell you guys a quick story that I don't think I told anybody. It's about Brooke, because this just about how infectious the feeling is from Summit. Brooke was like my sister Brooke, if you guys know, she's a coach under me, but she's staying active like by the skin of her teeth. Like I do everything I can to keep her active. And she's working on her PhD. She's totally overwhelmed with school and stuff. And I mean, she's at our house like three nights a week with Chris tutoring her for like 3 or 4 hours a night, just like trying to get by. She works full time. Like the girl's overwhelmed, and she said, I just honestly don't have time to do it. And I get it. Like I totally get it. I was like, I got it, But she was at the pool. She went to Summit with us because she was babysitting our little boy while we were down there, and they just hung out at the pool all day. It was a little vacation for her, whatever. And there was a group of girls down there, and one of them was in the Beach Body Challenge. Like you could tell because she was ripped. And Brooke was just sitting down there playing with Caden. Yeah, she was a finalist. I don't know who it was. But she was just sitting down there talking or whatever, or playing with Caden, and the girls were like, hey, started talking to her. Was like, come over here, talk to us. They actually said something about her bathing too. And so she went over there and started talking to him. Later on, she came up to the room and she was like, is it possible to be like a 15-star diamond twice? And I was like, yeah, in 2 business centers, like you can, have it twice. And she's like, that chick down there said she was like a 15-star diamond. Like, that's crazy. Like, how can you do that? Dude, it was Lindsay Matway. She was sitting by the pool for like over 2 hours, sitting there ordering drinks from the bar on Lindsay's tab. Like, Lindsay just invited her over, started talking to her. They sat down there for hours and talked at the pool and just hung out. Lindsay's a high school dropout. interesting. But I mean, it was just so cool because that just shows you, like, I mean, you know, Lindsay's one of the top coaches, and she was just super nice to Brooke, you know, whatever. And Brooke, guess what? She sold a challenge pack today. She was like, I'm going to do this, April. She's like, I'm gonna try to make it work. And I was like, dude, do what you can. I'm like, don't stress out about it, but do what you can. And she sold a challenge. So, I mean, that just shows, like, A, how real these people are, that they, like, just start talking to people, and B, how infectious the environment was down there.
I knew something had to change for her because somebody contacted me today about size. And when I started asking questions, I found out she had already ordered from Brooke. So I texted Brooke right away to see, you know, and Brooke was like, okay, I'll text her. And I was like, yay, okay.
Yeah. So that was awesome. And it was funny because the way I found out that was Lindsay Matway was when she was recognized on stage and she was talking to Carl. I took a picture of the big screen and I sent it to Brooke. And I said, is this who you were talking at the pool? And she's like, yeah, it looks like her. And because she was a 15-star diamond and 2 business centers. And I'm like, okay, there aren't many more of them out there. And she was a blonde and blah, blah. And Brooke's like, yeah, that looks like her. That was Lindsay Matway. Like, she's kind of a big deal in this company.
She's a really big deal.
Well, isn't Melanie?
Oh, they keep freezing. Get better Wi-Fi, Gentile.
There he is.
Isn't it Melanie Mitro, one of Lindsay's coaches?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, okay.
I thought so, yeah. So the top coach in the organization is under her.
Yeah.
She's making bank.
Which is why you never discount anybody's abilities.
And was she
above anybody?
Was she in the team challenge, challenge 2, whatever it's called? What's it called?
No.
No, she wasn't. So that was a different girl then. Okay. They were just all sitting together, so.
Oh, it's probably somebody off her team.
Yeah, but it wasn't her.
Oh, it was. She did have someone in the challenge because she was up there as their coach.
Yeah, and Katie.
Not in the challenge, in the thing,
The cup,
the get ripped thing.
Oh, the
cup.
I know what you're saying.
The classic, the Beachbody Classic.
Classic, there it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Katie Ersta, who won the humanitarian award, she's in Lindsay.